Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed-up gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines. Oh, I feel like I need this little ginger shot. I don't feel very well today, I'm not going to lie.
Well, cheers to a ginger shot start. God, that's a bit of a tongue twister.
Do you want to start that one again?
No.
Cheers to a... Oh, I don't... Where was you going with that?
A ginger shot start.
Ginger shot start.
Is what I was trying to say.
Ooh, yeah. We got there eventually. It's not the first time I've taken a shot of a ginger, but... Yeah. Hold on, let me just...
Yeah, well, welcome back. We're here again once more.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm coming down with something.
Oh, no.
I know. Well, mind, I didn't have a heavy week. Well, I say I didn't have a heavy week.
There was quite a lot consumed over the weekend.
Yeah, quite a lot was consumed.
It was.
That's probably why. Anyway, yeah. How? Apart from me feeling like absolute shit, how are you feeling? How's your week?
Yeah, the week's been fine. We had a fairly packed weekend. I'm sure we'll come on to some of those as shout outs later.
Yeah, well, I'm just... I feel ruined, to be honest, but I didn't... I slept most of today.
It's rare that we go out as much anymore. I mean, obviously when we're away...
don't really have time with this fucking podcast.
Oh, there we go,
yes.
yes.
I'm just going to adjust my mic.
Takes over our lives.
Well, in a bad way.
In the best way possible.
Yeah, we do like doing this.
We do indeed.
But yeah, I just feel a bit ruined, but not ruined enough to stop recording an episode of the pod. So I suppose that's one thing. I'm alive. Important announcement before we do anything. We obviously last week we announced that we were doing a live show.
We did.
This week tickets are on sale.
Tickets are now live.
Tickets are live. Selling quite well, actually.
They're doing really well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I said to you last week, didn't I? I felt like fucking aces.
Yeah.
Get the notification to say that your tickets are selling fast. Quite a much smaller level, but, you know, we take the wins.
I've been told that Liam Gallagher had a bit of a bad day today. I think he had a bit of a bad...
Did he got booed?
Concert or
booed or something,
yeah.
Didn't he? I read, yeah.
But that won't be happening to us.
It fucking will. But yeah, tickets are on sale now. You can search Free Between the Wines at Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Or head over to the website. You can get your tickets there.
Exactly, yeah. rbtwthepodcast.com.
I'm so fucking glad you said that, because last week I got it completely wrong.
That's what I'm here for.
But yeah, that's the really exciting... announcement for us.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's locked and loaded now.
So yeah, November 29th, buy your tickets. Come and see us. It's a Friday, there's no excuse.
At the Tramshed Theatre. So yeah, please come and see us. There'll be lots of fun and games, and we will be upping up our game from the last one.
Absolutely, we will, yeah.
Very excited. I've got to have a fucking rant about this new layout on the iPhone. Update.
Oh, iOS 18.
It's fucking pissing me off. Yeah. I can't work out my photos. The
photos is the big thing for me as well. I think when I was trying to find a picture of how I used to look many months ago to someone the other day, I was like, oh, what the hell is this?
It's more for me, like, obviously, when we collate stuff for this podcast, I can't fucking find it now.
Well, yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's really fucking pissing me off. Sorry, I keep swearing. But yeah, that's my rant for the week. I don't have any other rants, apart from the fact that there was a massive fucking spider just in the studio. And my worst nightmare, the moth flew in.
Yeah. Well, I think I've removed one of them. One of them I think removed itself. So if it knows what's good for it.
I'm really hoping it doesn't come back in midway through recording, because I will literally pierce people's ears by screaming. I'm literally looking. I've got one eye on the computer, making sure the sound is recording. Yeah. And then I've got the other eye on the window. So,
yeah. All systems are go. We are on high alert here in the RBTW studio.
Should we have a look at some news?
Yeah, let's do the news.
Well, I suppose the first one, P. Diddy being arrested at a New York hotel.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's being held in a New York jail and has been denied bail. Following his arrest, his lawyer did issue a statement saying that he was an imperfect person but not a criminal. and he's said to be placed on suicide watch after being charged with sex trafficking and racketeering, amongst many other charges as well.
Yeah.
I can't say I didn't see this one coming after, you know, we spoke about the P. Diddy arrest before, Cassie, didn't we? We played his apology video.
We did.
I knew after that day that they were coming for him.
Yeah.
And quite fucking rightly so.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I can't get over the brutality in that video of
what he did to Cassie.
Yeah.
I hope he's getting that. Do you know what? I hope worse is being done to him in that jail. And I tell you now, people will get him.
I'm sure people will.
Well, you get comeuppance, don't you? Like, it's like R. Kelly all over again, isn't it? So, yeah. I mean, if what they're saying is true, the alleged crimes are true, then he deserves to be locked up for a very long time.
I'm sure Suge Knight is rolling in his. Oh, he's out. I think he's out now.
Who?
So East Coast West Coast battle. Sean Combs obviously was on the side of Biggie Smalls. And this is totally
irrelevant to this. I don't know.
But Suge Knight was
Suge Knight.
Suge. S-U-G-E. Suge.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Suge Knight.
Sounds like Ali G and East Side, West Side.
Yeah, he was arrested and was in prison for some time, actually. Not to do with the murders, but it was always thought that he was heavily involved.
When did all this happen? Was I alive?
96?
I was alive.
Yeah, 96.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, East Coast, West Coast.
well, yes. Good for him. That's what I gotta say. I don't know who that is. Strictly Come Dancing came back this week.
Yes.
Ooh, I haven't watched it yet.
Controversy.
Well, I wanted to watch it because obviously what's been going on, but I haven't watched it. But apparently it suffered its lowest ratings since its launch.
Well, they've obviously got rid of the problematic
abusive dancers, alleged abusive dancers.
Exactly.
Well, do you know what? I've been waiting patiently for this. You know, the Giovanni Amanda saga that's been going on. I thought they were about to release their findings, but they haven't.
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know what's happened to the case. Even like it seems to have fizzled out a bit, or at least not like in the public eye as much as it was when it first came out.
Oh. Yeah, I've never been a massive Strictly fan anyway, but I was really like hell bent on wanting to watch this one because of all what's been going on, but I haven't.
Yeah. And
I'm probably not going to start now, so I'll just keep it on the news.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Wait for another contestant to be kicked in the leg or something.
Yeah, God. But imagine if it was me on there and they kicked me in there.
Oof. You be the one ejected, I think.
Oh, put me in a room with them fucking dancers. I tell you
they
now.
They wouldn't have any legs left.
Put me in a fucking room with those dancers. Oh, this is slightly sad news, but Jamie Hensley has obviously revealed that he will be laying his long-term partner Ollie to rest tomorrow on what would have been the couple's wedding day. Now, we've been following this story quite closely, purely because we do love Uni and Jay, and obviously I'm a fan of Jamie Hensley, and obviously Jamie went to Sylvia Young as well. So
yeah, of course,
have a little connection there. Yeah. But it's really sad that on the day that was meant to be their wedding, that he's laying Oliver to rest.
Yeah, that's very hard. As thoughts go out to the family and Jamie and Jamie's side as well. It is a very sad event.
Yeah. So yeah, thoughts are with Jamie Hensley and family of Ollie tomorrow.
Indeed.
Kylie Minogue. Look, I'm going to pretend that I'm interested, okay? just for the sake of continuity. Kylie Minogue has announced a tour.
Right, okay, so this explains why I'm seeing loads of videos of her as suggested reels on my socials. The
Tension Tour 2025. I'm about to piss off a lot of gays with this. I couldn't care less. I don't know if you what with them and Oasis, which one I give more fucks about, because I don't care about either one. I've never been one of those guys that are interested in Kylie Minogue. I don't understand the fascination. So that's a controversial thing to say, but you ain't catch me getting up early to get tickets for her show. She can't sing either, can she?
Well, I liked her like Renaissance when she like came and did all the dancing.
Don't.
Sorry, wrong word.
Yes.
Wrong word to use. Her rebirth. Like when she became like, you know, that like disco pop diva. Like those songs when they came out, they were really good. Spinning Around. I don't know. I thought they were good songs, but I have seen her live quite recently. I saw her when she did that kind of, again, the pathetic attempt at country music, which obviously has been massively overshadowed by the Queen.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but
and I just went because out of complete intrigue, and you know, as a gay man, I thought, oh, men parading around in cowboy outfits. I'm sure I'd love it. I thought it was dull. I thought the whole show was dull.
You know, when I see, like, and even if we're at Pride, if we're in well, I don't really go clubs, but when we're in bars and what's that fucking song she did recently? Padam.
Padam, Padam.
Oh my God, I want to punch. Every time that song comes on, I want to punch a gay man. That sounds like...
It's a hate crime.
Well, it is a hate crime. Stop. Starting with myself. Anything to get me out of listening to that song. It is annoying, and the way that the gays love it, it drives me mad.
I remember it being a thing, but I honestly could not hum it to you. I could not sing it to you. I don't know. I don't genuinely know what the song sounds like. But I remember it being a massive thing around like gay bars and gay community, and and I agree. Like I don't know what the big deal was.
Each to their own. We're Kylie Minogue fans, but again, I'm not about to be taking your tickets because I don't care.
No, exactly. Yeah, pissed off with Oasis and Taylor.
Oh God, yeah. We've just pissed off 2 gay communities and the straight community. We've just announced a show. We love Kylie Minogue. We'll play her in the...
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
it's going to be a show dedicated to her. And
it's going to be
all the
Eras Tour, Swifty, 90s Australian pop, mega...
Meghan Markle bowing. Let's throw it all in.
I'll just throw it all in, didn't you? Anything to get bums on seats. Going back to P. Diddy, actually. I didn't want to talk about P. Diddy, really, on this podcast. But I feel like it's everywhere, so we have to.
It is.
Obviously, what he's done is horrendous, allegedly, if it's true. Horrendous, and as I've said already, he deserves to be put in jail for a long time. However... a new story I did like this week is another rapper that I don't really care for. Actually, hold the phone.
Okay.
I got brown hair.
You do have brown hair, and we're not yet.
We're not recording this one this week, but this is bad. Look, we're not actually. We usually film these episodes.
We do.
However, I'm not today because I don't feel very well, and we've got some other content that needs to go up on socials.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I got brown hair, look.
Yeah, I've got brown hair. You have returned to the motherland.
Well, I'm letting her rest, aren't I, for the live show?
Yeah, give it a rest.
Got to give her a rest. Yeah. She's more tired than Kylie's rehearsals. Anyway, 50 Cent, going back to... See, right, I just digress. Look, 50 Cent hit the headlines this week after mocking P. Diddy in true classic 50 Cent fashion... by making fun of P. Diddy allegedly having 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil at one of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. I think he said something along the lines of, I think 50 Cent was on the Drew Barrymore show. Right. And he was like, look at me, I'm sitting here with Drew Barrymore and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube or something he said.
Good comeback, Biddy.
Of all the things, well, he would do this just to piss him off, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
1,000 bottles of lube.
I mean, you're not doing it right if you need that much lube for a woman, no?
Well, you said, yeah. Well, apparently it's not just women. But, well, I don't know, because, 1,000 bottles is a bit extreme. Anyway, this was brought up to the lawyer, wasn't it? Like, the lawyer that's representing Diddy, the one that we read the quote for earlier, was challenged.
They were.
By a member of the press. We have the audio, don't we?
Right, let's give it a play.
So let's have a listen to see what P. Diddy's lawyer said in response to the 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
The fact that he said Americans buy in bulk anyway, I'm like, they all go to the supermarket, they all go to CVS and buy 1,000 bottles of lube. Yes, that's well done, lawyer. Fucking hell.
It made me think of, like, we're not in COVID buying toilet rolls.
I know.
Like, this is totally different.
Fucking 1,000
lube is not an essential item.
I love the way he's like justifying it. It's like, well, you know, yeah, I get what he's saying. Yeah, sex is normal, this and that, but Americans buy it in bulk.
Yeah.
All right, that's what they buy. Okay. Next time I go around someone's house in America and I go to the bathroom and I see 1,000 bottles of lube, then it will all make sense.
Where are you storing? I mean, I know he's got a big house, but literally you're opening every cupboard and there's about 12 bottles of lube in there.
Like, if these alleged sex parties were even a thing and it did happen, how much lube did he start with? Because to have 1,000 bottles seized tells me two things. A, either the party wasn't successful at all, or B, you must have used a shit ton of lube. But also, like, fucking hell, 1,000 bottles of lube though. That's rude. I was a bit like, oh, this is true. Do I believe it? I mean, the lawyer's saying it's not true. The lawyer's saying it's an exaggeration. But it's one hell of a fucking party. Isn't it?
It's no foam party that I remember from back in my clubbing days.
I've been to a phone party before.
It's not worth it. Absolute waste of time.
What, they were big in the 90s?
I think, 90s. I think into 2000s as well. I'm sure I went to some post.
I mean, I was practically a baby in arms in the 2000s.
Any phone party you were having was in your bathtub.
In the womb.
Or in the womb.
Oh, God, that's horrible. Hardly think I was partying in the womb. I was 9 weeks early. I was keen to get out. That's true. But yeah, 1,000 bottles. I mean, that is one hell.
That's just ridiculous. That's just so ridiculous. Like,
oh, anyway, you done anything embarrassing at a party? Have you had a little sex party? 1,000 bottles of lube?
I've never had a sex party. No, I can't say I've ever had a sex party.
What about parties in general, though? Have you ever done really anything like super embarrassing at a party?
Well, I think I've talked about this story before. Like, I do remember one time going. One of my friends from university, they their birthdays around Christmas, we always go down to their house in Essex and have a party there. And for some reason, I mean, I was absolutely off my box at this party, and when at that age something came over me anytime someone played Nirvana, and I just went feral, and I ended up basically headbutting two of his aunties and sending one of them to like get an ambulance to come out and check them.
You went what?
I went feral.
Say it again. See, look, if David listens to this one, it's the R's. You got to the R's. God's something's going on out there tonight. Can you hear all those sirens?
Yeah.
We are recording in South East London. Actually, wait. So I was just going to hold fire on the party thing. We're going to come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
Do you remember last week when I said we stopped recording and I said, shit, there was something I didn't talk to you about last week. So I'm going to bring it out now. So let's just quickly rewind back to last week's episode. So last week was all about tribes, wasn't it? We were talking about twins, we were talking about bears, whatever. Still not over the fact that I was called a bear.
Quite the revelation.
Anyway, I forgot, this is really bad management on my part, but I forgot there was a few tribes that I'd come across that I wanted to ask you what you thought they were.
Because I have such a good track record of guessing.
So time flew away of itself last week and I forgot to ask. So before we go back to the party chat, I'm going to ask you a few.
Okay.
You tell me what you think they are. So obviously you got bear.
Yeah. Well, no,
you've got otter.
Yeah,
you got cub. What's a chicken?
Is that someone with like facial hair that doesn't quite, like one of those like pube moustaches that haven't quite properly grown because it looks like you plucked it?
No, it's not that.
Someone with a skinny neck?
He would be not choose then, would he? A skinny neck. Fucking hell.
I don't know what a chicken is.
A chicken is a young homosexual male seeking older men. See also chicken hawk, referring to an older gay male looking for younger partners.
Oh, okay. So I've never heard of a chicken.
So not someone with a small neck.
I don't think that's something I'd particularly want to publicise. Oh yeah, I'm a chicken.
Well, I mean, if it meant small neck, then yeah. Like, if you're on Grindr and you're looking for a blowjob, then you probably don't want to meet up with a chicken, do you?
No, exactly.
What about this one? Made me fucking laugh. What is a fanny bellhop?
I'm assuming this is a lesbian term.
No.
It's
okay. Not. It's a gay term.
Fanny bellhop. I don't know. Someone who stops at every hole he comes across.
What are you talking about my stories for? No, it's not. A fanny bellhop is a gay male employed by the hospitality industry, such as concierge or the bellboy at a hotel. Have you ever been a fanny bellhop?
No, I have never been. Oh, I did work in like the restaurant of a hotel. I don't think that's quite the same.
Next time I go to a restaurant and like a boy serves me, I'm gonna be like, "You're a fanny bellhop, aren't you?"
But then I don't know. That seems that's to do with your occupation. Like
I know, but it's still funny.
it is quite funny.
I don't make these up. You can fact check these.
Probably blowing every customer as getting the lift.
God. All right, next one. What is a Tinkerbell? Now, initially I wouldn't have clocked this one, but as you hear it, then you think, oh, actually, it makes sense a little bit.
A Tinkerbell.
A Tinkerbell.
I don't know.
Come on.
It's something to do with being a fairy, like quite effeminate.
Well, you would think that. I understand where you're going with that logic
yeah.
because of the actual fairy, but actually, no. It's a gay man who enjoys being urinated on. I'm a Tinkerbell.
I would have called that a tinkle bell.
That sounds so British.
Go for a tinkle bell.
What's a Grimm's fairy?
Oh.
You're one of these.
Oh, I was about to say something really horrible then. A Grimm's fairy.
Yeah.
An older...
Yes, you're on those right lines.
An older Tinkerbell.
Well, no, it's not an old man that likes being pissed on. It's just an aging gay male.
Oh, okay. Well, we're all aging in our own right.
Not me, I'm not. Not yet, anyway.
The lines say otherwise.
I ain't got no fucking lines on my face. I had load of Botox done. Don't make me come for you this early on. Don't make me come.
Okay.
And the last one, before we go back to parties, what is a slack?
A slack.
Like slacks. Like,
is that quite...
Look at that slack.
I'm reckoning it's someone who's a bit promiscuous.
Well, it's a no. According to this, it's not really a term that anyone uses anymore. Okay. But it's to refer to a lesbian, similar to a muffer or a kissing fish. Look at her; she's right, kissing fish.
I quite like that term. What? I might start using. Don't ever still.
Some of our lesbian friends.
Yeah.
Who's invited the kissing fishes tonight?
Well, if you identify
the Grim Fairies,
if you identify as a Tinkerbell or a
there's a lot of fairy tale vibes.
Fish.
A lot of fairy tale vibes.
There are.
Next theme, you've got the Grim Fairies in the corner. You've got the Tinkerbells over there. Kissing fishes in the corner there. Fucking hell.
See, as well.
Sounds like a really fucked up Peter Pan.
A Grim Fairy sounds a bit like an ogre or something like that.
I did say it was you. You just said I had lines all over my face.
I deserve that.
Well, anyway, yeah, those were meant to be in last week's episode.
Okay. Well, there we go.
We didn't put them in, did we?
They always come out eventually. These stories always come out eventually.
Anyway, back to party. Right. So apart from, what did you say you were doing? Like, belted out Nirvana?
No, headbutted half my friend's family.
Yeah, I do remember you having this conversation.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like there was another party maybe where someone found like I had a dildo in my room. But
so this was your party?
Yeah, this is our house.
Jesus Christ.
My house. But I don't think everyone seemed to know about it. But everyone does now. But
that's right, telling to the 250,000 people that download this podcast every week.
But I don't know, I wasn't particularly embarrassed. I was like, oh, well, don't know how that got there.
What a shit fucking comment. Oh, I don't know how that got there.
At least I didn't fall on it accidentally and end up in A&E, I suppose. Like, it could have been worse.
Yeah, you hear this?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've made myself a fool many a times at parties. I remember waking up. I think I said this before in like one of the early episodes. I remember waking up like completely naked in a garage.
Oh yeah.
On a bench press. Yeah. Fuck knows how I got there. Oh God, yeah. Anyway, let's. As always, we love hearing other people's stories and not
yes,
our own.
We do indeed. Yeah.
So there's a few horror story party stories.
Okay, let's hear these.
Which I thought might be quite fun to read. Some of them I can relate to. Some of them are just like pure out wild. But there's quite a few actually. Let's do the first one. Actually, some of them quite short. So this guy goes, hey, I had this party once, and the girl I knew, she was at the party, she ended up he ended up having loads arriving, and it got a little bit out of hand. The gaff got totally, you can tell this is a proper British person when they use the word gaff. Gaff got totally destroyed. Somebody shit in my kettle and my dad's pillowcase. And then I ended up in foster care later on in life. He's just signed it off. Nuts all together. Someone shat in the kettle.
Yeah.
Why would you shit in the kettle?
That you went at someone's house, use their toilet.
Well, they've used the kettle. They don't need to use it. But what would you get out of that? I'm right if you're drunk and you think it's funny, but like, was they hoping that the parents?
That's something you can't get out of a kettle as well. Like,
God, imagine boiling it.
I know. And also, like, if you're just going to drink tea out of it, it's brown already. Like, you wouldn't know what's...
God, I don't... What a lovely way to start.
Disgusting. Yeah, awful party. Not one I want to go to.
I just can't get over, like, what... Because some kettles, it's hard to take the lid off.
Yeah, if you got one of those ones with, like, the handle over the top, then it's going to, like, have to dribble either side of it.
God, let's move on from that one. Somebody else says, so this was my high school sweetheart and we recently got back in contact. He invited me to his birthday party. Sparks were clearly still there between us both, but we were both quite nervous. I was a little too nervous and drunk way too much at the party.
We've all been there. I
ended up hitting on his BFF, pooping on a friend of his, and locking myself in the only bathroom in the house. I fell asleep on the toilet, finishing the night by pissing on my ex's bed. 12 years later, I'm still embarrassed to this day. Also, this one's ages ago. Fuck me, you only just got back in contact. What a way to start the party. Fucking hell.
Maybe it was a good thing because you shouldn't go back to your exes.
Well, that's true.
I don't believe you should.
That's the thing. A lot of people get drunk and like piss the bed, don't they? Like I've heard like men. Yes, they do. Okay. Don't look at me like that. No.
I wasn't suggesting.
I've never ever, even sober or drunk, ever pissed the bed.
No.
But I hear like one of my friends. I say friend. He's not really a friend. He's pissing his wardrobe.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
Well, but they're totally out of it, aren't they? So they don't know.
I suppose so. Yeah. It's also all those stories of like very straight boys in university halls not wanting to get up in the night to go to the toilet, so they're just pissing the sink in their room. No, would never do that either.
Rank.
That is disgusting.
I bet they don't clean it either.
I bet they do not either.
Like a yellow fucking stain on the bath on the
yellow stain on society, if you ask me.
Oh, God. This next one, totally anonymous. I was at a party and everybody was dancing in a really hot and sweaty kitchen when Hypnotised by Notorious B.I.G. came on. What is that one? Notorious. Is it that one?
Well, it didn't say which song. I'm assuming a song by Notorious.
Hypnotised.
Biggie, 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 can't you see?
That...
Sometimes boys just hypnotise me.
Is that what it's like? Never heard that before. Anyway, that came on, and I thought it'd be funny to do the dance from the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. It was all fun until I smacked my head on the white ceiling fan and had to go to hospital and get stitches. All of my friends know me for that, and I still have the scar to prove it. It's the Harry Potter scar, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
That sounds like something I'd do, to be fair. I can imagine it as well. Like, you know, like in a party when everyone's in the kitchen, everyone's like dancing.
Yeah, of course. I don't know, it's an easy thing to do as well. You knock yourself out. And do they knock themselves out? I didn't say.
Well, no.
Got the scars to prove it.
Oh my God. Anyway, next one. I was at a friend's party and this guy asked me to dance with him. We got so blackout drunk at the party, we went to a hotel, and when we woke up in the morning, we ordered room service. To his horror, his wife was there because she worked in the hotel.
Oh my God.
5 years later, I got an invitation in my email for this guy's wedding. I didn't even know his fucking name. Oh, imagine that! Getting drunk at the party and then going to a hotel and the wife delivering the room service.
What are the chances? That's awful.
What I'm curious to know, and we probably never will know now because this says anonymous, was Like, that must have been a new wedding, actually, because if he had a wife...
Well, exactly, yeah. They must have divorced and he got married again.
You would divorce, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Catch them cheating, no way.
Fucking taking up your little bit of cereal and coffee and opening the door to see your fucking husband with some old slag from the party the night before.
Also, this idiot man, why would he invite that person to the wedding?
Well, you say that, but even more idiot man... Why would he go to the hotel where his fucking wife
exactly,
worked,
yeah.
right?
It's got many problems to sort out in his life.
Suppose when you're drunk, though, you don't really care, do you?
Yeah, true. Yeah, still. Doesn't make it right.
Oh, my God. Anyway, next one. At a house party with my boyfriend and a bunch of co-workers, it was really late, around about 3 a.m, and everyone was pretty wasted. Most of us were playing beer pong in the garage. I really had to go pee, so I went inside. I opened the bathroom door... and the owner of the company's granddaughter was naked on her knees in the shower while two guys were pissing on her. Oh, she's a Tinkerbell. Her boyfriend was in the garage and one of the guys lived there. His pregnant wife was asleep upstairs. I turned around and went back to the garage. A minute later, one of the guys came out into the garage laughing about how Trina wanted them to piss on her, so they did. Fucking hell, Trina, calm down.
Tinkerbell Trina. Tinkerbell Trina.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
But just piss on me. I love that they've used Trina. Fucking hell, Trina.
I mean, you've got to be really, really wasted to get to that point. Like, with all these people around you upstairs and in other rooms of the house. No.
Imagine your horror, though, going to the toilet and just going in there and seeing Trina on the floor being pissed on by two blokes.
I don't know really where I'd look. Close the door and walk out, probably.
Oh, you wouldn't know, would you? Because you'd have to look. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck? Bearing in mind, it's 3 a.m. and everyone was wasted. You'd be like, am I seeing things?
It's time to whip out the iPhone camera and
I wonder
take a
if she's sitting
photo.
there drinking from the tap. You know that in that Sam Smith video where he's got his tongue out?
Oh, yeah. I can't think of anything worse.
Little golden shower at the end of the night. I love that they called her name.
Well, it clearly worked for Trina.
Next one. Oh, my gosh. So, do you want to read these things? It makes you feel better about yourself, though, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
My university roommate used a beer pong to chug a beer with it and inserted it into his rectum because apparently it gets you drunker. He then stood and forcibly projected diarrhea around the room on pretty much every surface in the party. He then confiscated all of our phones and wouldn't give them back because he thought we secretly recorded it.
Don't do it in the first place.
Imagine, give me all your fucking phone. What an ending to the night. You know, like the film, have you seen Coyote Ugly?
Yeah.
Where they spray the water on the...
Oh, yeah.
Be a bit
It's
like
slightly
that.
different than when it's liquid shit.
Oh, God.
Also, at that point, why are these people stuck around when there's poo and shit flying all over that?
I
All
don't
over the
think
room?
they
I'd
probably-
be fucking out the door.
Well, I don't think they probably expected it. Imagine sticking a beer... I really like... Now I look at a beer pong in the same way.
They're quite large, like plastic bottles as well.
I've got a beer pong. I'm not about to start doing that, though.
No, thank God for that.
I draw the line at the Evian bottle.
Well, exactly, yeah.
God.
Yeah, let's hope he did the bass end first.
I mean, I quite like that story, though. I'm not going to lie in one moment.
I wonder... Oh, no, I don't want to wonder anything about that story because that's horrific.
I wonder what beer it was. If it was Stella, then
Well,
he would have got drunker quicker than if it was the Fosters.
So, yeah, he didn't chug the beer and then put the...
No, he put the beer pong in his arse because he thought it would get him more drunk. Because apparently, I've heard that before, that if it goes directly into your blood, I'm not like, don't take this as fact,
right.
But I've heard that if you insert like vodka into your eyeball or into your
apparently so.
anus, it gets into your bloodstream quicker. But I mean, that would work for me with a spirit. But you're putting beer in
Stella, probably.
Well, just just down a couple of pints, babe. It's like a like an alcoholic douche.
Well, I'm sure you're not the first person who's had Stella up his arse.
She's called fucking Trina. They gave quite the party. Trina, want to come meet my friend Stella? This next one's from someone called David.
Okay.
It's not before you
It's
like.
not our David,
it's not our David. Well, it may be. I don't know. He'll text me and be like, "That wasn't me." Naughty. I had a really naughty experience at a party. And it was the best thing I could have ever done. I went to the bathroom and I was getting really drunk and horny. And I'm a guy that's been wearing panties for many years. Anyway, I saw a sexy pair of panties on the floor. So I took off all of my clothes and put the panties on and walked back into the living room where my 4 buddies were sitting there. And I just loudly said when I was drunk, "Who wants a blowjob, lol?" Turned out they all did. Long story short, I spent the night sucking cocks in frilly pink panties.
Oh well, that sounds like a not too bad a party.
Well, yeah, that sounds like the sort of party I could get behind.
Yeah.
Not shit, douchey, enema kind of.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, that's a happy ending.
Like a
party.
really muddy foam party. Oh, well done, David. I quite enjoy that one.
Exactly. Yeah, well done. I wonder whose panties they were.
Well, we'll never. I don't think we'll ever know, unless David, you can tell us whose panties it was. Fair play though. You just go into the bathroom, see a bit of panties, and think, "Well, do you know what? I feel a bit adventurous."
Yeah,
today."
but why not? Exactly. Yeah, if the mood takes you.
Oh. This next one it's a lady called Florella.
Okay.
So she said, "My husband and I was at a toga party in an adult resort in Jamaica. I wore a tube top midi dress with long slits up both the sides of the dress, and I paired it with gladiator heels. All the girls went commando, so there was a lot of tits and pussy flying around.
Okay.
We were dancing to reggae, and my husband was all over me. He took my tube top down and was dancing with me while I had my titties out. A girl dancing next to us started sucking on my titties, and my husband started rubbing my pussy." I had a huge orgasm at the toga party, and it was one of the craziest things I've ever done. Do you know what that reminds me of? You know that Red Bull advert when they've got that little toga outfits on and they've always got the boobs hanging out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine that, like just being at a party with your husband and then some like random party girl sucks on your wife's titties.
I also have a feeling that there's a famous reggae song. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I'm sure there's one called Rekka Pom Pom. Maybe it was written during that.
Oh, how'd you say it?
Rekka Pom Pom.
I better fact check that one after. Is it begin with an R?
With a W. W-R. W-R.
I love that one. That's my favourite one so far.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Yes,
Well done,
so
Florella.
that is a funny fucking story. Oh god. Next one. I was drunk and I was horny and I was flirting with a couple of ladies at this party.
Okay.
I passed out, and when I came to, I was completely naked. The 2 girls I was flirting with earlier were also half naked. One was riding my face and the other one was riding me down there.
Okay.
No, I can only assume with that one that you've got a bit blackout drunk and you've passed out and come round. Have you ever been blackout drunk? I'm not on that level, but have you ever been that blackout drunk that you've just come round and think, "Fuck me, how did I get home?"
Twice. I think there was twice. Once I was already at home, and it reminds me of a story you read earlier. It was a New Year, and I went to the loo, and I must have fallen asleep on the loo, and I locked myself in there. Loads of people trying to get in, and eventually someone says they managed to open the door and get me out. But it was fine. It's fine. The other time I navigated my way through Southampton Common in the pitch black because there's no lighting there, with having never been there at all in my life. But yeah, that's where the story ends.
When I got drunk at the pub, this before I knew you, but I've told you the story when I got drunk at the pub and fell asleep and woke up and everyone had left in the pub.
Oh, yes.
I was in the fucking pub by myself.
Yeah. That was a
wild one. That was.
But you were rescued by a lovely, like, a good Samaritan lady.
Yeah, because I had to get out of the pub and I had to go stay at their fucking house. That was the most embarrassing night of my... Well, probably not the most embarrassing night of my life. One of them.
We grow through what we go through. That's what they say.
This next person says, a dude that I know was at a party and all of a sudden he had violent diarrhea. It's always shit. Whenever we ask for a story, it always ends up like...
It always comes back to shit.
They do on the Luana podcast as
Yeah,
well,
they do as well, yeah.
All the public, they just love a shit story.
We love a bit of eruptive diarrhea.
This person has said as well, they had violent diarrhea in a Sonic 44-ounce styrofoam cup. That's fucking specific.
It's very specific.
This was in the backyard of a friend's house with about 100 people at the party. He squatted over the cup, holding his balls with one hand and the cup shitting his brains out. Let's just say the diarrhea was more than 44 ounces and he missed the majority of the cup. Took about 15 seconds from dropping his pants to pull them up, done his belt up and walked through the side gate to the front of the house. It was both amazing and absolutely horrifying at the same time.
Oh, God.
Well, why not just run to the toilet?
Isn't this also part of the premise of that famous Two Girls, One Cup video as well?
Oh.
Maybe that was his inspiration.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I suppose when you get diarrhea, but I don't know if I'd want to do it in front of 100 people.
No, I certainly wouldn't. No, certainly not people I know. No. And certainly not into a cup as well. Got to have very good aim.
Oh, God.
Which he clearly didn't, because
No,
he got them everywhere.
not. Right, we've actually got quite a few more, but maybe we'll give one or two.
Okay.
This next one. I was at a party and I saw a drunken army man in full uniform, so I'm assuming these are squaddies, deep throat a dildo in the middle of the kitchen, full of people as they were chilling and snacking. I mean, it was weird because it wasn't that type of party. He'd just found one of the people's dildos, don't even ask me how, and thought it would be funny to take it downstairs into the kitchen where we all were and stick it down his throat. Is this that part of you we're just referring to?
I didn't see a squaddy deep throat it. If I did, maybe I would have quite enjoyed it.
Also, like, A, it wasn't that type of party, and B, would you do that before you knew who it was, whose dildo it was?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, anything could have been over that. Anything could have been over that. Ugh, no.
Imagine coming down and like, hey, get everyone, look at this.
One thing to wave it around, but it's another thing to try and deep throat it.
Oh my God. All right,
but well done on his skills. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, I'd like to wish there was a video.
I'm very envious.
No, I was at a bar once. There was a girl dancing on the bar at this party. My friend and I were cheering her on. She grabbed a bottle of water off the bar, stuck it up her butt, and sucked all the water up, and then shot it out of her ass onto my friend's face and all the nearby bystanders. I was luckily enough to be far back to not get hit by the arse spray. My friend was both horrified and mystified, and he was never the same after that day. This is the same thing with the beer enema.
Yeah.
People must have a when you get drunk, that's the first thing you want to do.
Yeah. Maybe she was trying to douche, getting ready for later on. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, it's one hell of a party trick, though, isn't it?
It certainly is.
It's one hell of a party trick. Oh my God.
Yeah. No. Not a party trick I'd like to practice.
I do think when you're drunk, though, you don't care, do you?
I suppose, yeah, you've totally lost your senses and you don't know what's going on. But, and hey, I guess part of it is you lose all control of your body. But
I mean, I sometimes like a drink if I'm like, say for example, I'm going on stage. Obviously, I'm no stranger to being on stage or in front of a camera. But sometimes I remember being at drama school and I thought, oh, I'll have a gin and tonic before I go on because that will like calm my nerves. So I'm totally here for people having a drink to forget their like worries and stuff. But when you get to a point where you're shoving a bottle up your ass to spray it all over people in the party, I think I draw the line there a little bit.
Maybe it's home time, yeah. Maybe it's home time.
Oh, let's have one more.
Okay.
Me and my friends were all at a house party and a girl none of us knew appeared. inside the house. She began hiding beers in the fridge and around the house. She then started numerous arguments with the host and their friends. She then proudly declared that she has lesions on her brain and surgery was scheduled for tomorrow and that we were all fucking arseholes. We told her that she needed to go and she took 2 more beers, flipped us off and stole a lit cigarette from a girl on the back porch and stumbled off into the night. That is one hell of an evening.
That's a fun
Wake up
evening.
next day and you think, God, what did I get up to last night?
Was that Trina? I see. This is house parties. Fine. Obviously, when you're younger, you don't have much money. They're a great opportunity. People bring their own drinks, but this is where madness ensues.
She had operation the next day. And she got drunk, bless her.
I mean, hey, that sounds like quite a serious operation.
Well, yeah, I hope she's okay, but I mean, she hid all the beers as well, so you'd be fuming if you was at the party. Someone's coming in. My friend used to do that at parties. Like, he used to always hide the fucking beers because he got it into his mind that he would hide the beers at the start of the night because when people would go, we could then like find and retrieve the beers and carry the party on. The trouble with that was he could never fucking remember where he'd hide the beers. Them. About 3 days later, you'd be putting a pizza in the oven and you'd see a fucking can of Foster's in there. You'd think, fucking hell.
He's been here again.
Honestly, like we always used to say, Dan, where's the beers?
Yeah.
Where's the fucking beers? Where's the vodka? I hid it. Don't worry. We'll go get it. Honestly, all the time. Ask Kate. My friend Kate, she'll tell you. Well, you will be like fucking clucking like sailors at the end of it, thinking, where the fuck is the alcohol? It's 3 a.m. Everyone's fucked off.
Yeah, no. I mean, nice idea trying to protect the stash of alcohol, but make sure you remember where you put it.
Got to say though, we've got to shout out a lovely Jerusha yesterday. Happy birthday to the wonderful Jerusha. We love her so much. She is an absolute queen. How many fucking porn stars did we put away last night?
Absolute tableful each, I think.
And the coffee tequila.
And the coffee tequila. That was delicious.
Oh my god, I love coffee tequila.
I missed Cafe Patron. Oh. It was nice to. There's a new version of it.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm here for that.
Well, I would say let's move on to the confessions bit now, but I mean, after that, I think we've heard quite a lot from you drunk party animals.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose let's hear some. I don't know how we're going to top it, but let's see. Let's listen to some slutty confessions.
Let's go for it.
God, anyone that's not listened to this podcast before, and if they've just joined, or they've booked tickets for the show, and they've listened to this episode, they're probably going to want a refund.
No, they'll be telling their friends to buy more tickets, I hope. More tickets.
Oh, God. Yeah, so we do apologise for this episode. We didn't think it would get as wild as it has.
But this is just the way RBTW rolls.
Well, when you read out some drunk stories... Oh, my God, the fucking moth is here! Ah! I just said at the start of the episode, it's reappeared. Oh my god. Oh, I've kept all that bit in. Because this is
drama in the studio.
This is real life.
This is real life.
Oh, that was nice though to have to stop and put the fucking music in for 1 minute. I fucking hate moths. So I said at the start of this episode that was going to happen.
Yeah, it did.
It hit me as well. I felt it hit my head. I fucking hate them. They're angry butterflies.
Yeah.
Okay, they're butterflies of attitude and I hate them. I really fucking hate them. Like the worst thing ever.
We've temporarily
fuck me.
removed it somewhere.
Oh, anyway, let's hear a couple of
let's go for the confessions.
A couple of slutty confessions to
cheer us up.
So let's distract myself from the moth hit me in the face. The first one is, I'm a 43-year-old woman. Yes, I love to use me some sex toys in public places.
Good.
Started a few years ago. I collected a small group of sex toys, vibrators, butt plugs, dildo, 1 or 2. I had dinner with one of my friends over at my place when my kids weren't at home. After a few drinks, she asked if I had any sex toys. She completely in love with sex toys. After showing her my collection and asked if I'd ever tried any in public, to which I said no, she told me that she does it all the time. Then, one day, when heading out for the night, I decided to follow her advice and pushed in one of my butt plugs and hid it under my panties. It felt amazing to feel it inside me in public. Now I do it all the time, wherever I can at least. My toy collection has also grown a lot because of it. I like to use vibrators that I can control on my phone, especially just at work or at a club. I'm feeling the vibrator go at full speed or tease me just to make me quiver in public. Well, this goes back. I mean, I love this confession, but this isn't the first time we've heard this.
No, we heard about the remote control and that woman giving her number out all over the internet.
Yeah. But also we've also heard like people having these like confessions of using toys in public.
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, you know, sometimes that low risk element is here for it.
I'm not wearing a butt plug at Tesco.
No, I mean, it's not for me, I'll be honest.
Anyway, the next one is anonymous. It says, last night I'd gone out with some friends to some bars. We were bar hopping for a little bit, dancing and having fun. Once we got pretty drunk, my friend's boyfriend picked us up and dropped me home at my house. So then I noticed I hadn't taken out the bins. So I got it together and I walked out to throw them all away. Anyway, it was like 1 a.m. and I was wasted, and I ran into my neighbour, who is in his 50s, and he offered to help me out. He asked if I was a bit drunk, and I told him yes, and if I could do anything to make it up for him helping me do the bins. He invited me to his house and offered me one more drink, but just to tease him, when I sat down, I sat on his lap instead of the chair, and he just smiled and said, oh, that's fine. He then started feeling my body and turned around to kiss me, and we ended up sleeping together that night. I rode him on his couch until he came inside me, then I went home.
Wonderful confession.
Ties quite in with the topic of this episode.
Absolutely,
nice little drunk confession there.
Hey, that sounds like a good ending to a party.
Could that be one awkward a big taking the bins out next week, wouldn't it? Safe to say, I don't think I've ever got that fear with my neighbours.
No, I think we're okay.
I love that she said she just said the name of this confession was I got roused by my neighbour. Oh my god. The next one, my friend fucking hell. So this lady, she says, my friend with mother problems sucked my tits. What has this podcast become?
Oh dear.
I have a friend who's been going on for a long time, and I've already given him a blowjob a few times. I get along really well with him, and therefore also know private things, like his mother often used to mistreat him as a child, that he's got some traumas and therefore some mummy issues.
Okay.
He recently told me that he has a fetish of being treated like a baby by a woman and sucking on the nipple.
Okay.
I've never tried anything like this before, but when he invited me to his house, we started kissing and undressing. I decided to give him a chance and push his head between my breasts while I stroked his hair. I said, come on. You can. And he started sucking on my nipple like a baby and said, mummy, mummy. I can't read the rest of this. And he said, mummy, mummy, and his voice became more and more childlike. And while he raised his head and looked embarrassed and shy like the little virgin, which somehow turned me on a little bit, I said, lie down. Am I saying this in like a soothing voice?
You're saying it like imagine someone pretending to be a mother might say it.
I'm a daddy, not a mummy. Anyway, I said, lie down, and he did as I said. I then took my thong off and kissed his body. And, I felt him get hard. And then I finally sat on him and we did the deed. It turned me on so much that I could dictate things, and he just followed my orders like a shy schoolboy. It was the best night of my life.
Well done. Worth a slightly awkward baby voice. By the sounds
that would
of
be
it.
the mood kill, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. No,
when you start doing sexy baby, no. That's not a thing. That's weird.
I'm out. Yeah, for that reason I'm out.
Oh my god. Okay, next one. My boss, so I'm a girl, and my boss told his wife that I was a lesbian so she doesn't get jealous of us.
Okay.
He makes me hit on her when she comes into the office, and he says it gets him off. He likes to come up to me and tell me to quit trying to steal his wife. And it gets me really turned on for some reason, knowing that he's been sleeping with me for the past year. I've never had a thing for older women, but she's pretty cool and she's pretty good looking. He's about 20 years older than me, and he checks all the right boxes for my kinks. It's a weird fetish of his, but somehow it turns me on as well, because daddies are always right.
There we go. That's quite an elaborate...
it's quite a sophisticated lie, isn't it?
Of course, yeah.
You be the lesbian, and when my wife comes in...
Yeah.
Good confession, but also you two are bad.
Yeah, very, very naughty. Maybe do a three-way. Maybe your wife will be up for it.
Well, I love how that we're bringing his wife into this.
Hey, I
not
wasn't the
her
one who brought the
fault.
wife into this position here. That's not on me.
Oh my god! So the next one, I recently remodeled my shower. It cost me about $4,000, but I tell you now, it was worth it. I've now got a walk-in shower with a seat on it. Sounds like my shower.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't me, by the way.
You sure?
One of my dildos now sits proudly on the seat. Oh shit, it is me. It's not. And it feels so good to sit down on it and ride it in the shower. Makes for some good videos too. Bonus is, I can stick one to the wall for oral stimulation. And it's made me come so hard, I love it. DMs are always open, by the way. Fuck me, so it's got one on the wall and the one on the seat.
Well, you never know which position you're going to want to be in that day, I
He needs to
suppose.
phone Trina up, don't he?
He does need to, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, God. Well, well done for... well done to the plumber who remodeled the
I don't think that's what he had in mind.
I don't think so. No,
Okay,
no.
we'll have one. We've got loads. We'll have one more. I used to have a flatmate, twinky blonde, and he told me once that he was drunk and would rather than use tissues to clean up after a wank, he just uses his boxers on the day before. Classic boy.
Yeah.
One day, I could kind of tell he'd been wanking all day, because by the time he took having a nap and then went out for drinks not long after, I was intrigued. So I snuck into my flatmate's room and found a pair of his boxers in the wash that was completely covered in cum.
Okay.
Instant boner. On that occasion, I got cum from his boxers, out on my hand, put the boxers back and left the room. I sat there in my room licking my hand and I had the best orgasm ever. From that moment on, every so often, he's been in his room for a while and goes out to the gym or whatever, I'd sneak in, steal the boxers and do the same thing, and then put them back. He's never found out and has since moved away. Has anyone else done anything similar? No.
No.
No, that's the answer to that.
No.
No. I've never shared a house with people though, so not that I'm saying that I would.
No, yeah,
but
fair.
It's that sort of shit don't appeal to me.
I mean, I have, but I can't think of anything.
That.
I've shared a house with other people. I've never shared bodily fluids with anyone.
Oh, God. That makes me feel a little bit sick. Oh my God. I mean, that is one hell of a confession, but it's also very wrong.
Yeah, maybe just make sure he's testing himself.
Well, he's moved away now. He's moved away.
What a shame.
Maybe you should advertise that in the when they're advertising for a new flatmate.
Must have cum rags in your room.
God. Oh, what a grotesque episode
Oh
this be.
God, we've been through all the holes.
But we Jesus. But we wouldn't have it any other way.
No, indeed.
Well, anyway,
yeah.
I am going to have a shower now and have a drink.
Yeah, I think I need that after that one. Yeah, for sure.
But yes, always, thank you so much for listening. As always, you can catch us on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Prime, Audible, and all other streaming platforms. You can also listen to these episodes now, if you like, directly on our website.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is amazing. Follow us on TikTok at RBTW.
RBTW official.
There we go. I never get it right, do I? RBTW official. And yeah, please give us a 5-star review.
Absolutely. Give us a like, give us a follow, refer us to your friends, tell them all about it.
And buy some fucking tickets.
Yes, please do, yes.
Buy some fucking tickets.
You'll find us on Eventbrite.
29th November at the Tramshed Theatre in London. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We've got some pretty cool stuff lined up.
We do.
And on that note, we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.